Today was a highly anticipated day in Star Valley, one that members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints have been looking forward to for years. And finally, today, Elder Bednar from the Quorum of the 12 Apostles with the LDS Church visited Star Valley to dedicate the first temple in Wyoming. It was an event and a day that members of the church here have been looking forward to for a very long time.
Thousands across the state of Wyoming gathered in LDS church buildings to watch the broadcast of the dedication of the newly completed temple. David A. Bednar, an apostle in the LDS church leadership, presided at the event. His wife, Susan Robinson Bednar, is a native of Afton and explained her excitement of having an LDS temple in her hometown.
Well, I heard when the rest of you did in conference, and I felt like there was a gasp in the conference center, almost a laugh, really, because they had named places all over the world and said Star Valley last of all. I was excited like everyone else and could hardly believe what was taking place. Incredulous, I guess, is a good word to describe it.
A large crowd waited outside the temple during the 9 o'clock dedication session for the cornerstone ceremony. Church and temple leadership then placed mortar in the stone to commemorate completion.
It's appropriate, it's a temple, it's a house of the Lord, but it seems to me perfectly aligned with the people from this temple district in its sturdiness, in its beauty, in its simplicity. And there's a powerful spirit as you enter into this temple.
People from across the western Wyoming and eastern Idaho region came to see the temple dedicated. Stuart and Shameen Peterson of Cokeville expressed their excitement of the day.
Well, for me, I thought it was interesting that there seemed to be a glimmer of light shining through the clouds about the time he opened the cornerstone ceremony. I thought, what an appropriate thing. You know, we drove over in some of the rain, and I told my wife, I says, it looks like Heavenly Father will wring out the clouds before this whole thing starts so that we can have an enjoyable time here. And so for me, it was just the hand of the Lord directing the whole thing.
On Saturday night, over 1,300 youth from the area participated in a cultural celebration. With Wyoming U.S. Representative Cynthia Lummis in attendance, other political figures have also come to see the temple over the last few weeks. Wyoming Senator Dan Dockstetter.
From the standpoint of being a Wyoming temple, it has opened the door to Wyoming in a way that I didn't even expect. The governor, the secretary of state, the treasurer, the auditor, the state superintendent all made special trips over here just to see the temple. Our 2 U.S. senators flew in just to see the temple. Our congresswoman, Cynthia Lummis, she came in just to see the temple and see the cultural celebration. I think it changes everything, not only for here, but for Wyoming.
The Star Valley Wyoming Temple is the first temple in Wyoming and opens its doors for members this week. With SVI News, I'm Duke Dance.